Can you imagine life without breathing? No lungs, no gills, not a single gasp for air. It sounds impossible, but deep beneath the waves, there are creatures that thrive without any oxygen at all. They're not just surviving. They're living in some of the most extreme environments on Earth. So, how do they do it? First up, let's meet the loriciferen. This tiny, multi-celled animal is a true pioneer. It spends its entire life buried in toxic, oxygen-free mud at the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea. Instead of breathing like we do, it has a completely different system. It uses hydrogen sulfide, that rotten egg-smelling chemical, to power its life. This discovery completely rewrote the rules of biology, proving that complex animal life could exist in places we once thought were totally uninhabitable. It's like finding an alien on our own planet. Next, we have some incredible species of jellyfish. We often think of them as simple, floating blobs, but some are far more complex than they appear. Certain types have evolved to a point where they don't need to respire at all. Instead of taking in oxygen to break down food, they absorb nutrients directly from the water through their thin skin. It's an incredibly efficient way to live. They just float along, soaking up everything they need without the hassle of breathing. It's a minimalist lifestyle taken to the extreme. Now, let's journey to the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean, to hydrothermal vents. Here, where superheated, chemical-rich water spews from the seafloor, you'll find deep-sea worms. These aren't your average garden worms. They thrive in water filled with methane and other chemicals that will be deadly to most life. Instead of photosynthesis or respiration, they rely on a process called chemosynthesis. Tiny bacteria living inside their bodies convert these harsh chemicals into energy, feeding the worms from the inside out. They have a built-in power plant that runs on chemicals, not oxygen. The Black Sea holds its own secrets. Below a certain depth, the water is completely anoxic, meaning it has zero oxygen. Yet it's teeming with microbial life. These fascinating microbes have adapted to use sulfur compounds for energy. They've created a whole ecosystem based on a chemical cycle that completely bypasses oxygen. It's a parallel world running on a different set of rules, showing just how versatile life can be when it's pushed to the limit. Let's talk about sea cucumbers. Some species of these squishy creatures live in the crushing pressure of deep-sea trenches, where oxygen levels are incredibly low. To survive, they become masters of energy conservation. They slow their metabolism down to a near standstill, using a tiny fraction of the energy that other animals need. This allows them to endure not only the lack of oxygen, but also the immense pressure that would flatten most other life forms. They're the ultimate survivors, patiently waiting in the dark. Have you ever wondered what happens to shipwrecks at the bottom of the ocean? Over time, they become home to entire colonies of anaerobic bacteria. These microscopic organisms don't just live on the metal, they eat it. Without needing to breathe, they have developed a unique metabolism that allows them to digest iron. They are literally consuming history, one metal plate at a time, forming rusticles that hang like icy stalactites from the sunken hulls. They are nature's recyclers, working tirelessly in the dark. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe, and share. It really helps me create more amazing videos just like this for you. Your support means the world and keeps this channel going. All right, back to the incredible world of oxygen-free life. Even some types of plankton, the foundation of the marine food web, have adapted to survive in oxygen-depleted zones. These vast stretches of ocean, sometimes called dead zones, are actually full of life. The plankton that live here simply drift through the water, adjusting their position to find the perfect balance of chemical gradients they need to survive. They are passive survivors, going with the flow and making the most of a tough situation. Now for a truly bizarre creature, the Henigia salminicola. This tiny parasite lives inside the muscle tissue of salmon. Scientists were stunned when they discovered it has no mitochondrial DNA whatsoever. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of the cell, responsible for respiration. Without them, this parasite literally cannot process oxygen. It's the first multi-celled animal ever discovered with this trait. How it gets its energy is still a bit of a mystery, but it proves that even on a cellular level, life finds a way to break the rules. Then there are certain flatworms, known for their incredible regenerative abilities. You can cut them into pieces, and each piece will grow into a new worm. What's even more amazing is that some species can perform this feat without any oxygen. They use special anaerobic enzymes to power the regeneration process. So not only can they survive without breathing, but they can also regrow their entire bodies in an oxygen-free environment. It's a superpower that defies our understanding of biology. Let's dive into one of the most extreme places on Earth, deep-sea brine pools. These are underwater lakes of super salty water that are so dense, they sit on the ocean floor like a separate body of water. They are completely devoid of oxygen and toxic to most marine life. Yet deep-sea amphipods, a type of small crustacean, can survive here. They float on the surface of these toxic pools, scavenging for food that falls in. They never have to take a breath, perfectly adapted to a life on the edge of a poisonous lake. Finally, near volcanic vents on the ocean floor, some crustaceans have completely abandoned oxygen. The water here is rich in sulfur, which they have learned to use as an energy source. They have specialized bacteria living on their bodies that help them process the sulfur, much like the deep-sea worms. They essentially feed on the volcano's chemical breath, ignoring oxygen entirely. It's a testament to how life can adapt to harness even the most unlikely sources of energy. Like, subscribe, and share if these creatures blew your mind. Your support keeps the facts flowing and helps me bring you more content like this. No oxygen? No problem. For these incredible animals, it's just another day at the office. Which creature shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. Thanks for watching.